Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess speaking to them and them knowing that I work at this position at this place, uh, they're more comfortable knowing that they are coming to this event with me being there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're leveraging personal relationships.
Yes, leveraging personal. That sounds
All
very
right.
professional.
All right. So that's one thing. What about relationships with other companies? I know that you were working with internal clients, but did you have difficult relationships that you improved or built over time at any of the other companies?
At Marhaba Associates.
No, no, at Canyon Build and your current role.
Oh, so did I improve any relationships with any other companies?
Yeah, or
Um,
internal clients or anything.
um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I can design build. We had a lot of vendors, subcontractors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes they would come to the office and they would, because we had a lot of email and phone call interaction. So when they would
Mm-hmm.
come to the office, they would, after seeing me FaceTime, we were able to, I guess you could say, leverage personal relationships.
Mm-hmm. All right. Right. So for back to Marhaba Associates, anything else that you want to add for this internship?
And I think that's pretty much it.
All right. I also wanted to talk about this volunteer role that you had as an income tax assistant.
Yes.
So, can you tell me a little bit about this? What were you doing here?
Yeah, I really wanted to, and you could see by the way I wrote this, um, that
I'm
I
sorry,
didn't
what?
really, and you could, I don't know if you could tell by the way I wrote out my
Mm-hmm.
my bullet points here. I didn't have hands-on experience to actually help someone file their taxes. And
Mm-hmm.
and the thing was that I got the training from them.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the training courses. However, when it came time for me to sign up and go to an actual location to do the taxes, there was nothing really available because all the slots were filled. So I wasn't able to go and actually have firsthand experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did speak to and I did get trained from the the tax preparers in the course.
Mm-hmm.
So they did train me and go over how the tax system works. It was my one of my first times being exposed to how taxes work.
Mm-hmm. So, did you observe them actually filing taxes?
Um,
Were you like involved throughout the process, even if you were just observing?
I didn't know. We was mostly in classroom.
All right. Right. So it's a course. I'm sorry.
It was a it was a it was a training course, like a two week training course. It was on a weekend, like maybe for 4 days.
All right. Okay. So it's a classroom environment.
Yes, classroom environment.
All right. Was there some sort of an exam after this, some sort of a testing of what you'd learned?
No, there was no testing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I believe there was some type of certificate, but there was no exam or anything like that.
All right. Okay, and then you were also a volunteer at this accounting organization. Can you tell me a little bit about what you were doing here?
Yeah, so I was the vice president of fundraising,
Mm-hmm,
um, and basically I was responsible for um, creating events uh, to help fundraise money for our organization. Um,
mm-hmm,
and one of the main things, there was two things. I was only for one semester, so there's two big events. Actually, multiple times we had these events. Number one was donut sales. We would
mm-hmm,
buy donuts from Krispy Kreme because they give discounts for organizations that fundraise. So
mm-hmm.
I live in a different city from where I went to college. I'm not sure if you know or familiar with the San Francisco area.
Not really, but
Um,
yeah, okay.
so I would have to wake up at like 5 in the morning
Mm-hmm,
on the days we would sell donuts, which would be maybe we did this like 5 or 6 times. So I would have to wake up 5 in the morning to go to drive an hour to pick up the donuts and
mm-hmm.
go to downtown. So it was a lot of work to sell donuts, just because I live far away from my college.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to coordinate with my other peers to meet me and help me um, reach those sales. So we would go downtown, and we were able to fundraise and sell all the donuts we purchased. Every time we purchased the donuts, we were able to sell all of them.
All right, perfect. And can you also tell me, could you quantify how much you were able to raise?
So quantify how much we were able to raise. We did have a rose sale as well for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me get back to you on the amount. I have to figure out how much donuts we bought and how much we sold. So can I
All
get back
right,
to you on that?
sure, no worries. All right, so that's one thing. And this was, you were doing this for an accounting organization, right?
Yes.
So what exactly were these funds being used for?
So they were being used for um, the organization setting up events with outside companies. Like, for example, when we would invite um big companies to come and speak to us about new accounting topics or how what the industry is looking for,
Mm-hmm,
um, as far as new hires,
mm-hmm,
or we would invite big companies to come. Like I'm talking about the accounting firms.
yeah.
They would come and speak about just relevant topics on what new hires should be able to do, or where the industry is headed as far as accounting goes and tax and audit. And when
Mm-hmm,
they would come speak, we would use the funds to provide like food and beverage for both the students and the
mm-hmm.
speakers.
All right, that's nice. Right. So anything related to accounting that you were doing here, or was it just a purely fundraising sort of role?
It was purely fundraising.
All right. Okay. Let me see if there's something that we haven't talked about. Right. So there's another, I'm not sure if this is a gap. You got your Associate of Arts in 2011, right?
Yes.
And then did you start your Bachelor's of Science immediately afterwards?
So Dragon Valley College, um, I believe I did take a break before I went to SF State.
All right. And how long would this break be?
let me see here. Mm, maybe like either 1 or 2 semesters.
Right, 1 or 2
Yeah.
semesters. All right.
Yes.
So were you doing anything productive in that time, or was it just a break to recharge?
It was so long ago, I can't really remember. I think it was because I had to work.
Mm-hmm. So where were you
So,
working?
um, so I had different types. I have multiple different jobs. Um, I worked um at Verizon Wireless. I worked mostly it was just part-time jobs.
All right.
Um, I can't remember all the places that I worked, but it
No
was mainly
worries.
just to save up some money.
All right. Got it. Um,
Car business too, buying and selling
yeah.
cars.
All right. Got it. Let me just go over my questions and see if I'm missing something. And just a second, I mean. Mm, right. So have you ever worked with Go System tax software?
Um, Gold system tax software?
Go System. Go.
I haven't. No, I haven't worked with them.
All right. Let me see if there's some other software that's mentioned. You worked with MS Office, QuickBooks. Yeah, that's about it. Right. So anything else that you want to add overall from a tax point of view, because that's what you're interested in?
Tax point of view,
Any
um,
any maybe freelance work that you've done or helped a family member out with their tax? Anything like that?
um, not exactly. No.
Okay, so if there's anything that you remember later, you can always email me. Um, Otherwise, we're through unless you want to talk about something else.
Okay. I mean, yeah, basically just as far as tax goes, um, I just basically I don't do my own taxes, but I did research on certain like tax questions I had for my own personal taxes, and I would
Mm-hmm.
verify it with because I go to someone to do my taxes for me, just
Mm-hmm.
because he's been doing it for over 20 years, and I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
So I do personal research, and then I'll ask him, I'm like, hey, this is accurate, or this is I don't understand why it's like this. So I guess just research for personal taxes.
All right. And have you ever done any more formal sort of research, like by taking an online course or something?
No, no, I haven't.
All right. All right. So anything else that
And
you
the,
want
and
to
the
talk about? Sorry,
and the
go on.
thing is and the thing is about so for example, the positions that I'm looking into, the tax positions, they're
Mm-hmm.
they're entry level from what I
Yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
and they basically train on the job. So I
Yeah.
see
Mm.
how it is important to have some background. Um, so, but I'm not sure how it's gonna affect my uh ability to get a job or not. So I see where you're
Hopefully,
coming from.
yeah, no, it's not that. Most of these job descriptions that you sent in, they only require 0 years of experience. So you should be good. Um, we're just trying to pick for something relevant just to make you an even stronger candidate, but you don't have anything to worry about.
Okay, great,
Okay?
great. Thank you.
No worries. Anything else that you want to discuss?
Yeah, so do you think that you're gonna make any changes as far as the gaps go? For example, from the two most recent jobs?
What do you mean by changes?
Like, are you gonna add or remove anything?
Yeah, I'm going to address the gaps that you have. I'm going to include a line or two to just clarify because it's best not to leave them unaddressed. Because if you do that, then the recruiter can just make any assumptions at all. So it's best to just be proactive about gaps and tackle them head on. So I'm going to be adding a line or two.
Okay, and also, as far as the number of pages go on the resume,
Mhm.
I have always tried to keep it at one page, but I'm totally okay with it moving to 2 pages. Do you think it's going to be going over to 2 pages?
Um, I would try not to make a two-page resume because you're targeting entry-level jobs, and um, I'm trying to keep it brief.